On May 25th of 2020, George Floyd was a victim of police brutality. He was getting arrested for using a fake bill at a local store, and within 17 minutes of the police getting there, he was lying dead on the floor. All four of the officers present on the scene were fired the next day, and a while after, Derek Chauvin was charged with second and third degree murder. After this event occurred, a lot of rage and protest began, not only in the United States, but all around the globe. BLM became a very, very popular movement, and they started raising so much money that some questions were raised with that money too. Like, where is the money going? What is the movement actually striving for? And are people taking advantage of this movement to make money for their own benefits and just keep the money donated? Some people were calling the movement a hoax, and that was a plain and obvious marketing strategy for people to make money out of. However, today, I support the claim that this movement has given so much back to the Black community, and it has helped save so many lives and spread so much awareness that it couldn't be a hoax. All of the changes it has brought to this country and to the whole world, it can't be matched. There's just too much evidence supporting that this couldn't be a marketing strategy or a hoax. The first claim that I have is that the support that this movement has brought to people, the way that this movement has helped people, has saved people's lives. The reforms from the police, the big orgs that started becoming more anti-racist and promoting equality. These are just some small examples. Officers started being way more careful because of what happened to the 4 officers present on the case of George Floyd. And the police banned the use of chokeholding in many, many states. And most of the officers started thinking twice before pulling out a gun on someone or taking action. The money invested, Black Lives Matter invested so much money into companies, into artists that support their movement. It was over $30 million in grant funding and supporting Black businesses. Also investing more than $20 million in the quality of life and the orgs that actually fight racism. Many of these orgs came out and said that they received tens of millions of dollars from the Black Lives Matter movement just to keep spreading this awareness and keeping people from being racist. And the changes in the pop culture and football teams, many pop artists and singers became very careful with what they said in their music. And Doja Cat, which is a Black African-American rapper, even came out and was super mad at other rappers because they were really not being careful with what they said. The Black Lives Matter movement even had some influence in the LGBTQ community because when people started raising all of this awareness towards the racist issues we had, we also began to shift some of this attention to the difference in the choice of sexuality we have too, because a lot of the gay people were being discriminated and suffering tons of violence. And this is just a side effect of what BLM did. With all the awareness they raised, some of it shift towards the LGBTQ community. And that has really helped a lot of the people from this community as well. Football teams started changing their mascots because it was getting offensive and a little racist, kind of like the Washington Redskins. They changed their mascot because it was offensive, and many people became offended by their mascot, so they decided to change that. A lot of schools took action. Many school systems, including Milwaukee, Indianapolis, San Diego, and Philadelphia, they all took action, presenting actually anti-racist class and anti-racist teaching. Many monuments with racist backgrounds were destroyed, not by only people, but the government also stepped up and they realized they had to like put an end to this monument who were offending people. And the military actually stepped up and banned the Confederate flag from being in military bases. So as you can see, this movement has spread so much awareness that even the military, the government, all the pop culture, they all started like spreading awareness to each other, becoming together to fight this evil that it is the racism. In 2021, this movement came out publicly and said that they're looking forward to investing more in improving the quality of life of Black people, not only investing in orgs, but actually investing in their lives and making their quality of life much better, because a lot of the homeless people in the United States are Blacks, and this movement is trying to help them fight this homelessness and fight this poverty and fight hunger. So after all this being said, I just can't believe that people say this movement was a hoax. There's just so much evidence provided that it is not a marketing strategy, and it has helped so many Black lives, and it has actually saved Black lives, giving justice to the injustice Black lives who were lost in the cause of the injustice of the police and the police brutality. So it just couldn't be a hoax. So all the money raised, all the money put back in the community, all the movement that helped so many people, and all the money invested with the school taking action just proves that this was not a hoax and not a marketing strategy. This helped actually save many lives in this country and around the globe.